Muntash, you have 10 minutes time from now. So you can see the slides, right?
Can you see the slides?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah,
Yes,
go
please
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead, start presenting. You have 10 minutes. Please stick to your time. Go ahead. Over to you. Go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I'd like to thank the organizer and all the supporting cells behind the successful organization of this symposium. It is my pleasure to introduce myself at this and my paper at this platform. I am a PhD scholar in CSDM University, Kanpur, and recently I'm going to present my paper which was published on BBRC journal. The topic of my research paper is therapeutic effect of oxy-exo in diabetic wound injury. As we all know, diabetes-related foot ulcer are one of the most common complications of diabetes, which isn't managed with dietary changes, exercise program, or insulin therapy, and also a substantial cause of morbidity and mortality. Annually, about 18.6 million people worldwide suffer from diabetic foot ulcer. Comprehensive understanding of diabetic foot ulcer pathophysiology is therefore crucial to creating effective management strategies. One of the most important treatment being investigated for diabetic wound healing is nowadays nanofiber-based approaches. The possibility of therapeutic intervention with nanovesicles like exosomes and exosome-like extracellular vesicles has recently come to light. Actually, exosomes are cause-shaped morphology, which when observed under electron microscopy, and it is of great importance because it actually carries all the proteins, RNAs, lipids, and metabolites that can be present at the particular anything that is present in the liquid form, plant or anything else. It is exosome can be isolated, and it carries all the properties of that particular thing. What we have done is actually we have formulated a therapy using Azadirachta indica, Aloe barbadensis, and Gingiber officinale, which was processed for ultracentrifugation and then filtration. After filtering, the extracts were mixed in an appropriate amount to see whether their effectiveness is enhanced or not. And while we tested this, we found that mixing these things in appropriate amount, it gives very beneficial results in while we applied it on diabetic rat model. The working mechanism of oxy-exo Aloe is actually oxygen. It is usually oxygen species which majorly oxygen species majorly contributes in diabetes and its wound healing. Oxidative stress disrupts the balance, leading to the impaired cellular function, and excessive reactive oxygen species accumulation delays the inflammatory responses and hinder the formation of new blood vessels, collagen synthesis, and ethylation, all of which are crucial for proper wound healing in diabetic patients. We have done the in vivo studies for which we have constructed the diabetic model by using the streptozotocin induced diabetic rat, and for that we use the Oyster rat model. What we have done is actually we injected the rat intraperitoneally on a day 1 and 3rd, and freshly prepared the streptozotocin was freshly prepared in a cold sodium citrate buffer. And first of all, the four of rat was saved off, and then using the biopsy punch, wound was made on the both sides at their thigh region. The advantage of oxy-exo Aloe are traditionally we believe to have medicinal values of these plants, and their bioactive nanovesicles could contain the medicinal properties of these plants. Due to their less side effects, natural products are becoming increasingly popular in the cure, prevention, and management of diseases around the world. We have performed the RT-PCR assays and TNF alpha and IL-6. These are the biochemical markers, and the cytokine level was estimated by the ELISA test. Further, gelatin zymography assay was also performed by taking a rat on the skin samples, which were ground and analyzed using sodium dodecyl sulfate, polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis, and which was prepared with 2% gelatin. After washing yes, and this
We have lost you in between. Please check your technicality and.
So it might be due to solver issue, ma'am. Yes. This diagram, this is the image which were taken during the treatment course, and this second diagram shows the heat map representation of healing rates in different groups over the treatment course, and delayed wound healing are common complications for. Lastly, I would like to conclude myself. Delayed wound healing are common complications for diabetic patients, and in light of chronic hypoxia delays in wound healing, it is hypothesized that providing a better oxygen environment at the wound site will promote the diabetic wound healing. Oxy-exo is an innovative and effective therapy prepared from the exosome, like vesicles of different plants like aloe vera gel, ginger juice, and neem fruits sap, and the combination of these herbal oxygen delivering herbals are oxygen delivering and medicinally valued plants was standardized to determine if the combination had the desired effect. And we use oxy-exo as a particular ratio on a diabetic wound, and the herbal therapy is speeded up and wound healing by reducing the swelling and the severity of the wound. And finally, our data suggests that the oxy-exo Aloe could work by decreasing inflammation, cytokine management, ECM remodeling, accelerating oxygenation, and accelerating re-epithelialization in STZ-induced diabetic wound healing. There are some of the future direction I have mentioned there, that oxy-exo have more detailed research is required to understand its detailed mechanism, and clinically it should be tested for its further whether there's any side effect or not, and is it safe to use for human beings as well. And further, it can also be incorporated in a gel, and we can also develop it as a hydrogel. Yes, that's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mumtaz. Completing on time. So your talk is interesting, though sometimes we have a little bit break in your voice. So your therapeutic effect of oxy-exo Aloe in diabetic wound injury also is a very contributor for the promoting the quality of disease management and quality of life among the patients. So that is also one of the essential contributor. And if anybody has any interesting questions, they will put in the chat box. Thank you for your presentation.